Under the dim yellow light of the break room, Ethan paused at the doorway. A soft hum from the soda machine filled the silence, but it was the sound of muffled crying that stopped him cold. On the worn couch near the lockers, a young woman sat hunched over, arms wrapped around herself. Her blonde hair clung to her damp cheeks, catching the light like dull gold. He took a step in. "Why are you crying in here all by yourself?" he asked softly. She jerked upright, startled. Wiped her eyes. Didn't look at him. "If you just lost your mom and still had to smile at customers, you'd cry too," she said. Ethan froze. He had come in for water, not to walk into someone's grief. "I'm sorry," he said. She shook her head. Her name tag was crooked. Her uniform wrinkled. "Lisa. I'm Ethan," he offered gently. She looked at him now, really looked. Like she was deciding whether he'd forget her tears the second he left. He almost asked if she wanted to be alone. Instead, he sat across from her. "I didn't mean to intrude. I get it. About losing someone." She looked surprised. Quiet. "It's hard to explain to people who haven't gone through it," Ethan said. "They expect you to cry for a day, then be okay." Lisa let out a bitter laugh. "Exactly." They sat in silence. A silence full of unspoken things. She wasn't just grieving. She was surviving. When he finally stood to leave, he said, "If you ever want to talk, or not talk, I'm around." She didn't respond. But her eyes followed him for just a second. Like a soldier recognizing another on the battlefield. At 35, Ethan Hale was known in the retail world. The founder of Ethan Mart. A grocery chain that had grown fast. But few knew why he started it. It wasn't just business. It was a promise. His mother, Elaine Hale, had worked as a cashier. Single mom. Late shifts. Exhausted. But she still tucked Ethan into bed with a smile. She taught him that kindness wasn't optional. It was survival. She never got to see his success. But when Ethan opened his first store at 25, it was for her. Not just groceries, but dignity. Real couches in the break room. Paid sick days. Human policies. It worked. The company grew. So did the heart. But with growth came layers. Executives. Metrics. Words like efficiency started replacing kindness. The warmth faded. Then came a letter. Left anonymously on his desk. Honest. Brutal. "You started something good, but we don't feel it anymore. The heart is gone." That night, Ethan didn't sleep. He remembered his mom crying in the kitchen after being yelled at for giving a hungry man a sandwich. "If I ever run something," he had sworn, "no one will be punished for being kind." Now, sitting in his high-rise, he realized maybe he had broken that promise. So he made a decision. No press. No attention. Just Ethan. Back on the floor. As an employee. To remember what it meant to care. He chose Store 48. A quiet place far from corporate. Under the name Ethan J., he started working night shifts, stocking, cleaning, pushing carts. For the first time in years, he felt grounded. That's when he noticed her. Lisa. Register 3. Quiet. Always on closing. She took shifts others avoided. Covered messes no one else saw. Helped customers with a calm voice and tired smile. Ethan watched her quietly. Not intrusively, just observant. She wasn't sad exactly. More like someone who had learned to live with a pain no one else saw. One night, a customer yelled at her for scanning something twice. Lisa apologized, fixed it, smiled. But her eyes looked somewhere far away. Why does she stay? Ethan wondered. Then he remembered his mother. Giving more than she had, because she believed no one else would. That night, he sat alone in the break room and whispered, "She's not just another cashier. There's something else." The break room door creaked. Lisa sat on the couch, elbows on her knees, holding a photograph. Ethan hesitated, then entered slowly. "I didn't mean to intrude," he said. Lisa didn't tell him to leave. I've been messing up, she said, staring at the photo. Scanned the wrong thing twice. Forgot to bag produce. A woman called me useless. Ethan said nothing. I asked for one more day off. Lisa continued. Just one. My manager said if I miss 2 days, I'll be off the schedule. Her voice cracked. I can't lose this job. My little brother, he's 6. I'm all he has now. She stared at the floor. He keeps asking if Mom's better. If she liked the picture he drew. I keep mailing drawings to nowhere, pretending she's still too sick to reply. Ethan's chest ached. Every night I lie, she whispered. Every morning I cry before he wakes up. Her hands trembled. If I fall apart, everything falls with me. I can't be the one to break the truth to him. Ethan didn't try to fix it. He just listened. Finally, she stood. I should get back. If you need anything, he said. Just ask. She didn't answer, but gave a small nod. He watched her leave. And he knew she was carrying more than grief. She was carrying everything. It was a quiet night. Ethan saw Lisa restocking soup cans. Kneeling. Focused. He joined her. Need a hand? She smiled faintly. I'm good. Just keeping busy. Silence. Then she spoke. You ever meet someone, just once, and they changed everything? Ethan nodded. Yeah, I have. Lisa glanced at him. My mom said someone like that saved her. Years ago. Rainy night. Car crash. A young man pulled her out. Drove her to the hospital. Stayed with her. Argued with nurses to get her seen. Ethan stopped breathing. She never got his last name, Lisa said. He said his name was Jonathan. Jonathan Hale. The name echoed in Ethan's mind. That was his old name. Jonathan Hale. Before he legally changed it. He remembered. That night. That car. That woman. Elaine. Lisa reached into her pocket. Pulled out a folded letter. She wrote this, she said. Never sent it. Ethan took it gently. To the man who saved me. You gave me more than one night. You gave me 10 more years with my kids. Signed, Elaine Carter. Her mother. Ethan's heart clenched. Lisa was the girl from that night. Ethan sat alone with the letter long after Lisa left. The ink had faded, but the words burned bright. He had saved Elaine that night, just a stranger in a storm. He never expected to see her again. Never knew she had kids. Never imagined he'd meet her daughter this way. Lisa was working the register like nothing had changed. But for Ethan, everything had. He couldn't tell her. Not yet. Not like this. But he could do something else. He called the store manager. Quietly. Without fanfare. Give Lisa paid time off. 3 days. No questions. She's not at senior level. Do it, Ethan said firmly. And promote her. I'll sign off. Next, he reached out to corporate. Quietly arranged tuition help for Lisa. A mentor. A pathway out of just punching a clock. But he still hadn't told her the truth. Until one night, she found him sitting on the back dock, looking at the stars. You okay? She asked. Ethan looked up. You said your mom was saved by Jonathan Hale. Lisa nodded. I was him, he said. That was me. Silence. Lisa stared. Mouth slightly open. What? That night. The crash. I didn't even know her name until today. Tears formed in her eyes. You saved my mom. He nodded. She always called you an angel. He smiled sadly. I was just a guy with a car and a stubborn heart. Lisa sat beside him. No words. Just gratitude. Just silence. She whispered. I never thought I'd say thank you to him. You already have, he said softly. Ethan returned to headquarters changed. No longer just the CEO. He walked past the glass offices, the digital dashboards, the marketing buzzwords. He gathered the executive team. "We lost something," he began. "We built this company on dignity. We forgot." Some squirmed. Some listened. Ethan pulled out a copy of Lisa's mother's letter. "This is why Ethan Mart exists." He explained his undercover weeks. What he saw. Who he met. The girl carrying her brother's childhood on one shoulder and her grief on the other. He didn't name her. He didn't need to. He spoke about break rooms that feel like prisons. Managers obsessed with rules, not people. Employees treated like costs, not humans. Then he said, "That ends now." Silence. "We're rewriting policies. We're bringing in counselors. Mentorships. Paid grief leave. Emergency support funds. Effective immediately." One board member cleared his throat. "That's a lot of expense." Ethan met his gaze. "Then cut my salary." "Not theirs." No one argued after that. 3 weeks later, Lisa stood near the bakery, restocking bread. Her manager approached. "You're needed in the office." She blinked. "Why?" "No idea." "Just go." In the office, a woman in corporate wear handed her an envelope. Lisa opened it. Inside. "Congratulations. You've been selected for the Ethan Mart Rising Leaders Fellowship. A scholarship. A promotion. A relocation option, if she chose." She sat in stunned silence. "Who did this?" she asked. The woman smiled. "Just someone who believes you deserve a lot more than you've been given." Tears welled up. Again. But these were different. She walked out of the office. Past the aisles. Into the parking lot where Ethan stood by a delivery truck. "You did this," she said. He smiled. "I just nudged the door open. You're the one who kept walking." She stepped forward. Hugged him without hesitation. "You gave my mom 10 more years," she whispered. "And now, you gave me something too." Lisa began journaling. Not publicly. Just for herself. In a small notebook her mother used to carry. She wrote, "Dear Mom, the man you told me about. I met him. I didn't know it at the time. But he saw me, really saw me. Not the uniform. Not the grief. Me." Another entry read, "Today, I gave my little brother a new backpack. He smiled like everything was okay again. I don't know if it is. But I'm trying, Mom. I'm trying like you did." And then, "I think you would have liked him. He doesn't fix everything. But he listens. Like you did. He doesn't wear a cape. But maybe he's still the angel you said he was." Months passed. Lisa moved into her new apartment with her brother. Closer to his school. A better neighborhood. Safer. Brighter. Ethan didn't hover. But he checked in. Sometimes they met for coffee. Talked about leadership. Books. Life. One day, her little brother ran up to Ethan and hugged him. "You look like someone from a superhero movie," the kid said. Ethan laughed. "I just drive a grocery truck sometimes." Lisa watched them and smiled. Later, she stood by her window. The city lights flickering like promises. She whispered to the night, "I'm not crying in break rooms anymore, Mom. I'm standing. I'm building. I'm living." And somewhere far above, maybe a mother smiled too. Because the man she once called an angel had found her daughter in the dark. And showed her how to shine,